I hope there's just no yellows. I think we'll be all right if there are no yellows.
Do you have any update on Hunter Ray?
I think it was the gearbox. I don't know for sure. I just feel so bad for the whole DHL team. I mean, it was just he was running so well. I mean, we had a shot at a 1-2 finish, so that's the only problem with this game. One high, one low, you know. So we'll see.
Michael Andretti. Bob?
All right, Michael, we watch as there now are just a little more than 6 laps to go for Mike Conway. And again, the interval back to Ryan Briscoe is almost 6 seconds. By the way, while we have the opportunity, let me remind you, we spoke of Indianapolis. We will have coverage of both pole day, bump day, and carb day at this Indianapolis Motor Speedway again this year on Versus. Danica Patrick is in 7th spot. Behind her is Tony Kanaan, and in front of her is Oriol Servia.
And if you look all the way back in the group, when I was talking about Will Power, he is still running, of course. Both Castro Neves and Power did get restarted. But when I was talking about Dario, when I mean that Will Power's not running up front, so therefore Dario may not be as aggressive. But both those cars did get restarted, and he still now has a chance to get by some of these cars like Rafael Matos that he follows now for some championship points they're going to pay down the road.
Power is currently in 11th position. He could get into the top 10 if he passes Rafael Matos up front.
And Power was on the overtake.
Here he is. He will take the spot rather easily. Now we'll watch to see if Helio Castroneves can pick up the position.
What a great day it's been for James Hinchcliffe in his second IndyCar race. He's one of many that loves this place. He won last year in lights. He was here 3 times in Atlantics. And the car has been fabulous for James Hinchcliffe today. Maybe a new Canadian star is being born today.
Great point, Kevin. It's just, we've seen James Hinchcliffe drive a lot of things. We have to remind ourselves this is his second IndyCar race.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and he's been fast both times, just blindingly fast in qualifying. So yes, a star is being born. We've yet to hit the ovals, of course, but so far road course wise, he's been very impressive.
We have Canadian drivers running 4th and 5th. Alex Tagliani, also a Canadian. And as you heard, 5 laps to go around this almost 2-mile circuit. There is Elio still running back in 12th position. There's Conway. Advantage is 6 seconds.
He is flying.
Sometimes you can keep your concentration, as you know, Wally, when you push hard. If you back off and say, hey, I just need to bring it home, sometimes that's when you make mistakes.
Yeah, it's nice that he doesn't have anybody filling up this mirror.
Right, but because he drove away from him.
Yeah.
I mean, he took some risks, too. He was definitely pushing all the way.
Briscoe's asking, what happened?
Yeah. Well, he decisively went by Briscoe and first Franchitti and then Briscoe. I mean, just like...
Briscoe down into turn 1, second gear.
Grab first here. This curve on the right-hand side was the one that caught out Paul Tracy in practice.
Braking here, look at the left-hander. Kind of arcing around to the left because you got another right-hander coming up.
This one's 65 miles an hour, second gear.
Seems faster than that. He's in there. He gives a wave for the car that got out of his way.
160 miles an hour, 3.2 G's on the braking there.
He's got Franchitti breathing down his neck, so he's giving it a lot. What do you got down there, Marty?
And Wally, I know you drivers are never happy to finish second, but remember what Ryan Briscoe told us, or told me before the show started. He said, we need a solid day. They finished 18th and 21st in the first 2 races this year. This will do a lot for championship points. So in the big picture, very successful day for the 16.
Not only that, Marty, but it's a confidence builder. You know, when you've had a couple of weeks like Ryan's had, you really need to get your confidence built up, and a good, strong run like he's having today goes a long way. Because that Brazil's a long airplane trip.
Team Penske running second. Target Chip Ganassi Racing running third. The last time that a non-Penske or Ganassi driver won an Izod IndyCar Series race was Tony Kanaan at Iowa last year on this short oval there. For Andretti Autosport, and Mike Conway is looking for his first win with the same race team.
Serbia followed by Patrick.
Vitor Meira in 9th. Will Power 10th. Then comes
Power really hasn't been able to do anything with Meira.
Yeah. And Elio has not been able to do anything with Rafa Matos either.
All you have to do is look through qualifying and see how close these cars were, and it is such a level playing field.
And how important track position is.
Oh, yeah.
Last driver to score his first career win before today was the guy who's currently running in second position, Ryan Briscoe. That happened at Milwaukee in June of 2008. Mike Conway will be looking at the white flag this time around.
Worth remembering, I believe Lindy told us earlier, this is the spare car. He had that big wreck after contact with his teammate Danica Patrick, and he just slammed the barrier when we were in Barber. So spare car. And boy, I think this
white flag. 1-6 on Briscoe, +6.
1.9 miles to go, and you heard a 6-second advantage for Mike Conway.
He'll want to drive this some more.
It's his new favorite car.
Yeah.
Can pretty much take it easy now. He's coming up on J.R. Hildebrand, but he's got a substantial advantage. Here he is. Moving down the backstretch, moving from turn 8 to turn number 9. Michael Andretti, his car owner, looking on. Here's turn 9. Turn 10. In the hairpin, back from a devastating crash last year at the Indianapolis 500, Mike Conway wins his first Izod IndyCar Series event at the most prestigious street
Mike.
race.
Good job. Now, Mike, listen to me now. When you put into the pit lane, you're going to go straight across. Winner's circle is straight across. So whenever you come into the pit lane, just go straight. And the pit lane will be there. So be careful when you come in. Over to pit lane. Congratulations. Your first one, buddy.
Mike Conway into victory lane here at Long Beach. He becomes the 274th driver to win in the history of open wheel racing.
Anytime the call comes from the pits and the first thing they tell you is how to get to victory lane, you know that is a good day.
Down to Kevin.
The happy owner is here, Michael Andretti. You've experienced it yourself. How happy are you for Mike Conway, considering where he came from?
I am so happy. I just said his comeback complete now. You know, he just he impressed me right away. The first time we put him in a race car, I knew he was going to win races, and I'm just so happy he was able to do it this early. And one of the greatest races here in Long Beach. I'm just so proud of him and the whole Window Cares team because you know, they had a tough time in that one pit stop, and to come back the way they did, that says something.
Just a horrific crash last year at Indy. He comes to your team. Surprised some people when you hired him. Let's talk about the pass to get past Ryan Briscoe now.
Unbelievable. You know, it was a bit of a surprise because it's really difficult to pass here, but he did a hell of a job. Nice pass.